Hey, I'm Jake Boomer with Alpha Angler. Wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about the way we design our rods. If you'll notice, we've got a lot of questions. Our rods are pretty simple. They look, some guys ask, are these, going for the stealth look? We're not actually really going for any kind of a look. What we did was, over the years and with working with our pro staffers and developing rods that guys were using every day, we kind of came to the conclusion that we wanted to spend as much money and time as we could on sensitivity and balance and all the things that really aid in performance without adding anything that's going to add cost that's actually not going to make the rod any better. So you won't see like super high-end painted reel seats or graphite, nuts on the end of the reel caps. We can build rods like that. We've got a few that we've done before. Our custom shop can do that. But in the production of this rod, all of the emphasis and all of the money that you're going to put into a rod, or you're going to pay when you get a rod like this, is going to be put into the components. This blank has taken almost 6 years to develop and get right, and that was really important to us. We didn't go with a split reel seat because a lot of our testers said those weren't as comfortable as the original Fuji ECSMs, and the reason for that is because you've got a lot to hold on to with your hand. It's not the skinny blank that's on your fingers and getting in your fingers when you're really pulling on a big one. The ECSM is super comfortable, but because it's graphite, glued to graphite, you still get the sensitivity. This blank took us a long time to develop. It has an incredible power curve. The bottom of it just really locks up, where the top of it has about a fast action, which allows you to move it like a frog or a Texas rig and flip it and pitch it with ease and accuracy. But once you catch them and load them, the front of the rod will load up, the back will lock up, and you'll drag them out. And that's what we really focused on. So when we designed these rods, they had to be balanced, so they feel really light in your hands, but they're very powerful. I mean, down to the guides. The guides on this rod, I don't know if you can see them, but we went through 5 different brands of micro guides to find the guide that's not going to break off, that's not going to pull out when you're pulling it out of your rod locker. It has a wide enough foot section that it doesn't just pop out and your rod's useless for the day. These guides are a labor of love. They don't, we've had the least amount of warranty claims on this brand of guide. It's an Alps guide, stainless steel Alps guide. So it was really important to us to build these rods, not just for the way they look. We want them to be clean and we want them to be really effective. But we weren't going to add a lot of stuff that was going to add cost for you guys. There was no reason to do that. Now, if you wanted a custom painted reel seat, we can do that. We have a custom shop. We can do any of that kind of stuff. But the design behind these rods really revolves around the performance, and balance is almost key. Balance equals great sensitivity if you've got good materials, and we do. So check these out. This is the Alpha Zilla. This is our frog rod. This is another Alpha Zilla that's being used as a Texas rig. Same great, awesome rod. So check us out on alphaangler.com. alphaangler.com.